Talking about the Russia-Ukraine war, we move forward from here. Republican senators blocked a White House request for $106 billion in emergency aid, primarily for Ukraine and Israel. Now, the vote marked a significant defeat for Biden, who had warned Congress earlier in the day that Putin would not stop with victory in Ukraine and could even attack a NATO nation next.
Takes Ukraine. He won't stop there. It's important to see the long run here. He's going to keep going. He's made that pretty clear. If Putin attacks a NATO ally, if he keeps going, and then he attacks a NATO ally, well, we've committed as a NATO member that we defend every inch of NATO territory.
The package would include roughly $60 billion to help Ukraine keep up pressure on Russia during the frigid winter months. It would also include around $10 billion for Israel in its conflict with Hamas militants, plus some aid for Taiwan as well. Now, Chuck Schumer, the Democratic Senate leader, had committed to holding a vote later on adding the border security measures demanded by Republicans. But the 49-strong Republican minority in the 100-member upper chamber voted en masse against moving forward. They pointed to a lack of government action on the estimated 10,000 migrants crossing from Mexico daily. The US president has led the global coalition backing Kiev, but support has been waning among Republicans in Congress. The Biden administration has warned that it will run out of money for more Ukraine aid in weeks unless lawmakers act on it. The president has been under pressure from progressives to reject sweeping conservative demands on immigration, which they say are akin to closing the border. He vowed in an impassioned televised address that he would accept significant compromise.
Frankly, I think it's stunning that we've gotten to this point in the first place. While Congress and the Republicans in Congress are willing to give Putin the greatest gift he could hope for and abandon our global leadership, not just Ukraine, but beyond that. We've all seen the brutality that Putin has inflicted on Ukraine, invading another country, trying to subjugate his neighbors to his iron rule.
Biden was speaking after a video summit with Ukrainian President Zelensky and the leaders of G7 nations to discuss how to shore up Western aid for Kiev. Zelensky warned the leaders that Moscow was counting on Western unity to collapse next year and said that Russia had ramped up pressure on the front lines of the war.
Russia hopes only for one thing, that next year the free world's consolidation will collapse. Russia believes that America and Europe will show weakness and will not maintain support for Ukraine at the proper level. Putin believes that the free world will not fully enforce its own sanctions, and the Russian elite mocks the world's doubts about using frozen Russian assets to compensate for damage from Russian aggression.
Now, the precarious prospects for the aid package had been clear since a classified Ukraine briefing for senators saw several Republicans walk out. They were angry that there was no talk of border security. Zelensky had been due to address the meeting via video link but cancelled at the last minute. In the House, Speaker Mike Johnson has made clear that he will not agree to sending any more money without transformative changes to border policy. The Louisiana Republican has also declared that any Israel aid needs to be offset with spending cuts, a policy Democrats, White House and most Senate Republicans oppose. The State Department separately announced a stopgap $175 million tranche of new aid for Ukraine on Wednesday, and it includes prized HIMARS rockets, shells, missiles and ammunition.